Welcome to Rope Dart School, where we talk to dartists from across the globe who are making a massive impact and positive change in the rope dart community. My goal with this show is for you, dear listeners, to hear what these aspirational dartists are doing so that you too can become a living rope dart legend. Our guest today lives in Richmond, Kentucky, but is originally from Sunnyvale, California. He has been rope darting for just about 6 years and honestly has one of the most unique styles I've ever personally seen. Really, he's just so innovative and expansive on all kinds of techniques and concepts. As deadly as he is techie, his content varies from modern flow style to pinpoint accuracy with live dagger-like heads. Quick, ready, and able to teach, he shares his knowledge and love with the rope dart freely, as is obvious to anyone that's ever met him. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite human beings, amazing rope dartist, the one, the only, Will ACB.
Hello. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you. Welcome to Rope Dart School, brother.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, let's get started the way I start every Rope Dart School episode, which is what got you into rope darting?
Hmm. So about 6 years ago, I was watching Shanghai Noon, and there's a scene in Shanghai Noon that Jackie Chan ties a rope to a horseshoe, and starts beating everybody up. And I'm like, huh, that looks cool. I want to try that because just the concept of having something shoot off of your foot and hitting somebody from far away blew my mind. It's like, how is that even possible? So I started looking up tutorials. I had back in the day, I did something called kendama, which is a ball in a cup toy. And I took a wooden ball from that kendama toy, put it in a sock, tied a clothesline to it, and just went outside and just started chucking it around. And that's kind of how it started. But honestly, it wouldn't have become what it is for me today if it weren't for the person I'm talking to right now.
Ah,
Because I looked up YouTube and see, I was doing like just your basic foot shot, your basic elbow shot, even just simple things that was complicated at the time, such as just a regular neck spin. That was complicated starting off, and but it wasn't sparking a fire under my ass. Like I was like, okay, I can pick this up, whatever. This is simple, whatever. And then I started looking on YouTube and I saw a couple of motivational videos from this guy, the Frank Hassis himself, doing these crazy leg weaves, these things where he's continuously moving the rope dart while walking, maybe just looking at straight forward, doing these pokies, but looking like a badass. I'm like, now that looks difficult. I want to do that. And that's what really got lit the passion for me at rope dart. And then from there, it was just just a snowball effect. It just was like, what else can I learn? What else can I do? I learned something, and it's like, okay, I got this. What's next?
yeah.
And that's how it started.
For sure. You remind me of myself in the sense that I feel like you're a bit of a collector of rope dart techniques. You just kind of like this hungry hippo of like, ah, rah, 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 and I just trying to, I
I
mean,
want
that's
to try
how,
it all.
right. I want to, right. It's like, I really want to learn as much rope dart as I possibly can because it still doesn't even cease to amaze, or it never ceases to amaze me that there's always more, and it's just it blows my mind. That's super cool though. Just to jump back for a second, that Shanghai Noon was your first introduction to rope dart. I've never heard anybody say that in life, in anywhere. Go ahead.
Well, to be fair, there was a moment maybe years ago before the Shanghai Noon that I actually met a buddy of mine named John Fryman. He lives now in Denver. Really good friend of mine. He's really talented and very multi with different props and doing designs. And one of his props that he was doing at this festival called Terrapin Hills was rope dart. And this was when I was in Kendama. And back then, he tried to show me a foot shot. He tried to show me some things that literally, looking back, went over my head. But it was like just a little small little moment, like a little slight dip, a little toe in the pool, but I kind of forgot about until the Shanghai Noon when it kind of was like, that looks cool. I remember trying that. That was hard. So my way back was my really kind of like my introduction, but it kind of got lost in the recesses of my mind because there was such a gap between, that moment till that Shanghai Noon moment.
Gotcha. All right. I see. I find a lot of times sometimes with folks, the rope dart, it's like a multiple step journey before they actually arrive at it the way you have, which is, very, well, you do it so well. Uh, which is where I want to go with you right now. Because you're so techy, where does that come from? Is that just looking at others? Is it something you see, meditating sometimes? Is a little bit of both? What? Where does it come from? Because it's very different, and you must know this. It's very different than most styles.
Are you talking about like where does it come from?
Yeah, is it just like over? So let me be more specific. Is it when I try to come up with quote new concepts or anything like that? It's me repetitively drilling a specific thing over and over and over again, say a belt wrap, until I
Mhm.
find something new and interesting with it. And then I'll start to hone in on that. That's my process. So, what's your process when putting these things together, if it's even explainable?
All right. Well, I just literally did a combo and posted a couple of hours ago. And that, to kind of give you an example, an idea, I pulled up a video of like a past video that I did like years ago of just some of the leg tech I was doing. And I'm like, oh, I forgot that I did that. So I went out and right over here and just kind of started messing around with it. But however, while doing it, I was kind of getting frustrated. I was like, well, I mean, it's nothing really new to me. And anytime I post, I want to always add something new to it for myself so that it's kind of like a bank for me to look back at. It's like, oh, I did that, but it's better. And it also helps me progress. But so I um, I started just kind of slinging it around, threw on some music, and just kind of playing around that leg tech. And I accidentally did something where I yanked the rope while I did a turn, and I realized it was a new way of doing something with my leg that I've never done before. And it was just me just flowing, messing around, just haphazardly, just throwing stuff just to be throwing it, listening to the music, dancing out, geeking out. Oh, but then I noticed, okay, that's when it starts. Whenever I'm letting go of a lot of things, like let's say I'm going into a session, I'm not going into the session of trying to find something to do. I'm just going in it just to have fun. And whenever I do, a lot of times I mess up because if I just let myself be sloppy, something can bloom out of that sloppiness. I'll find something, I'll mess up and be like, wait a second, hold the phone. That's a trick. So I want to say like 75% of things that I've come up with are from mistakes, from things like, wait a second, huh, that's a new way of looking at it. Because I think I've fallen in the trap of in past hobbies of dwelling on my mistakes because then I look at the mistakes and I'm blinded by that. I'm only focused on that mistake. My tunnel vision on on that. So I'm not open to the possibility of it could be something else. So from a lot of the things that I've picked up in past hobbies also kind of carried over into rope dart, such as that of making mistakes and realizing, wait, it's not a mistake. It could be something else.
Right. And speaking of other hobbies, you were into tricking, like martial arts tricking for a little while
Hmm.
there, right?
Hmm.
I saw maybe it was the past year or so. Caught something of you doing martial arts style tricking, and I totally flipped out because I didn't know you could do that stuff. And are you still able to do that really, or is it, not?
Not anymore. Like if I was to be asked to do a backflip, I don't think my abs, because it takes like core and what have you. I mean, I know
Yeah,
the tech, I know the techniques and how to kind of do it. Like if I was to tell somebody, but physically, I've just not in that physical shape anymore. So I mean, I could probably throw some of the moves that you see, like a butterfly twist. I could probably still do. Not a gainer. I can do 540s, some 720s, sheet sevens, backside nines, tricking terminology.
yeah. No, I'm familiar with. I like tricking. I think it's a really cool thing to watch. It's super athletic, and I'm familiar with a lot of the names and things like that. I was able to a long time ago. I was able to do a 540, the kick, and like a butterfly kick, and that's pretty much it. I wasn't much of an acrobat. I'm very much not an acrobat now at all. I just don't have that.
I'm honestly though at this point at my life right now, I'm what 38 now. 540 and a butterfly kick is all you need.
It's true, right? Such a good point. Such a good point.
I
What
need my knees.
what was that?
I need my knees. I need my ankles. I can't be
Right.
trying stupid shit anymore.
Yeah, no, let me tell you, it's true. Even now, I'll push myself when I'm rope darting, because that's just my way. And but there's lately I'm like, dude, you can't you can push yourself hard to a point, and then when you realize that's it, it's like you have nothing more to prove. You could like stop for the day. And
Yeah.
I got to just kind of get on that type of thought. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm holding myself back just being a baby. I don't know.
It's always it's like you find some sort of zen point or whatever in your thought process, but then something else it's gonna be like, but the what if?
Yeah. Well, it's because I can't stand excuses. I don't like making excuses. I don't like when people make excuses. And I get there's a difference
I'm
between
the same.
excuses and a reason. Sometimes there are valid reasons for doing and or not doing things. But I
But
don't know.
where's the line?
That right where well it's not like a rainbow. It's like there is no line. It's like one just kind of bleeds into the other one, and that's it. um yeah, so what would you say is your biggest struggle with the rope dart then? Is it more of a mental thing? Is it more of a physical thing? What do you struggle the most with, if you could be vulnerable for a moment, because I know it's a vulnerable
Like,
to ask someone.
mm, I mean, like struggle wise, like different, like specific tech or like in general, like
I would say
finding time.
so we, and maybe we're just different in this aspect. It's like you and I, obviously, well, how we're the same is we both really love the rope dart. But when I struggle with the rope dart, I don't know, my attitude can change, and I can get very negative at myself. I can get negative towards the world in general, and it just kind of goes south, and I don't know why. And I guess so that it's like I don't struggle with learning new tech. I just go and drill it. I don't struggle with enjoying it. I love it. I don't struggle with anything other than when I find myself feeling really challenged by something. um, I don't take the struggle well. And some folks can take struggle really well. They look at it as a learning process and it's no big deal. So I guess, to be more specific, that's what I meant for you. You know, if you had any struggle, maybe a better way to say it is, if you had any struggles with a rope dart, what would that be? Like mine would be like feeling worthy, like a worthiness feeling.
I mean, it's hard to find something that in a sense, like struggle with, um, as in general with rope dart, meaning like the love, the passion of it, because it's always there, even though that maybe I might be absent in social media, because I mean that's it always happens. I'll just suddenly disappear, and but during those times, I'm always constantly thinking of rope dart. Whenever I go to sleep, I'm like, one thing that literally helps me go to sleep is just thinking about rope dart combos, and a lot of times
Yeah.
I'll think, oh, I need to bookmark that and remember that before in the morning, like I like I don't know, it feels like I live and breathe it in my brain now. But at the same time, there is times, where I'm working all the time, um, relationships and whatever, which um, honestly hasn't even really been a struggle, even though I thought it might be. Like I'm working 5 days a week, open to close. I have a girlfriend. She's amazing. Spending a lot of time with her and her kids. Um, but that has not impeded my rope dart time, my rope dart, like, because I guess the way that I have my rope dart structured, like my time and how I think about it while I'm doing my everyday activities. Like if I'm delivery driving, I'm thinking about things, what to do. I'm almost training while I'm driving. I'm not just, driving to be, I'm also maybe a lot of times I'll be thinking about things of maybe in my life, but aside from those, my rope dart, and it will help me. So whenever I actually start a session, it doesn't take me more than like 10 minutes to figure out what I'm going to film for a day, because a lot of times it just kind of happens. And or I've already have an idea of what I'm going to be doing. So I don't even have to even think about it. I'm just, all right, find a place to film, set the camera, spend about 3 or 4 minutes, because I have a rule for myself. If I cannot lace a combo within a few minutes, I don't deserve to post it. So I don't spend like 3, 4, or like 10, 15 minutes. I'm like 3, 4 minutes. All right, bang, I got this clip. I go power director, I do my thing. I go on IG, I see, hey, if there is a song that will accidentally fit, oh, it does. All right, let's go. Post, share, share. And it's all streamlined. So I don't even, it's like rope dart hasn't been a struggle for me. It has almost been implemented in my lifestyle, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it sounds like it's almost a habit in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's just me now. It's just I don't look at rope dart of as like a chore, or
Oh, no.
and like even recently I've been noticing that I've been getting a lot of views, and I have been doing things that you would do as a social media creator to create views and edit in the way and all that good junk, being consistent and what have you. But that's not the views, the things. Those aren't the reasons why I'm doing it.
That's
And
just
so
hobby.
like so if I get those, that's fine. But so it's not even a struggle in my mind of if that doesn't happen, because like right now I'm trying to create a good segment of memory bank so that I can go back and see what the hell was I doing back then.
No, I totally get it. And, it's obvious that you're not doing what you're doing for views because you've been doing it for long enough and consistently enough. We've all, because you've been doing it since 2019. I mean, I kind of remember right around when you started posting videos, and I got to watch you evolve into Will Cats, the legendary Will Cat, if you will. So it's been such an honor. But one thing I want to touch upon is that your process for content creation and mine are so different. It's crazy. You were
I,
saying
I,
that. What's that?
I would love to hear what your, so if you don't mind, I would
No,
love to
sure.
hear what your content creation
Sure,
process
absolutely.
is.
And just so the contrast, so everyone is clear with what I'm talking about, Will had mentioned that he goes out, he tries to just nail the tech, a combination, 3 to 5 minutes or somewhat. If he can't do it, he doesn't deserve to post it, this, that, and the other thing. Right. So did I kind of sum that up kind of quick? Okay. My process is I start building and I'm going to use days of the week, but it's not exactly like this, but think of this as days in the week. On Monday, I start putting together a combination. On Tuesday, I'm expanding on it. Wednesday, I'm drilling the F out of it. Thursday, I'm drilling and expanding the F out of it. Friday, I'm filming it and posting it. That's my process. So
Okay.
yeah, and there's, I'm sure everybody has their own process, and I guess I'm glad that we're talking about this because I never thought to mention that ever, and I never thought to ask somebody else like, what is your process? And I think it's going to be a question that I start. Thank you, Will. It's going to be a question that I started asking on this show rather consistently. Is what is the process? Because you are loved, you do have a following, you are getting a lot of views on things, and you're just kind of being yourself. And I think a lot of others can benefit from knowing that, and knowing that you are who you are, I am who I am. We have different processes, but we kind of meet at this one place where folks watch our stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we're doing. We're all sharing the same goal, is just to share.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because that's really where, rope dart has expanded so much. It was very limited for a long time as a solely martial art weapon, and that's not to down it because there's plenty of amazing, cool, traditional techniques that are very complicated. And like, that's not where I'm going with it. Where I
Mhm.
am going with it is that the internet, our ability to connect with each other and share ideas is really what has been the catalyst for the rope dart's explosion in popularity across the globe. Because we're seeing it in movies like Shanghai Noon and in popular culture nowadays, more and more now than it's ever been before.
Oh yeah.
And just to touch on Shanghai Noon just for a moment, the thing I love about that, because that's my favorite rope dart scene in any movie, it's the authenticity of it. Those are all real traditional kung fu wushu style rope dart techniques. So
Those are also fun to try to learn.
yeah, yeah.
I
I
remember
mean, they're
bonking myself in the head a bunch of times with that wooden ball in the sock trying that stuff.
oh, dude, absolutely, man. I've had some pretty close calls when first learning with a rope dart. I'm sure lots of other people can share that feeling of, wow, that was close. Don't do that again. That could have,
Yeah.
I started with a metal dart, so it's like probably not
But
the best move.
touching back on how the whole social media helping expand, I mean, it's like, if you think about like tricking or different other subcultures, even skateboarding. Skateboarding, it started out slow. It's always almost like an exponential growth, and it's with let's say skateboarding, you got your first generation. They're learning these tricks like hard, and it's almost like the rope dart is, the traditionalists learning these things, and it took them forever to figure almost like the base architecture of this building that we're trying to build. And so with these skateboarders now, they're able to convey the knowledge that took them years to learn to the second generation, and the second generation is now okay. It shortens that time because now you can tell these kids these secrets and what have you, and it just kind of goes along the line. But now, right now, with rope dart, and especially with social media, it's been able to explode, getting influence from flow artists, from poi, from different flow arts, and being able to collaborate with people such as I've been collaborating with Juiced and Charlie, and we have like different styles, and we'll still like figure something out at the end because we're collaborating online on social media. So like, in saying all that, I still think that rope dart is still in its early stages of this growth. Like, it's still like just a teenager. There's so much more. Like, and I'm just kind of excited to see where it goes. You know.
It's Yeah, it's so nice that you have that attitude because let me tell you something. 6 years into my rope darting, I thought I kind of knew it all. So, and that's like nothing. It's like a speck of time. So I'm glad to see because there was so little out there to know. Maybe that's why I thought that. I don't know. I'm just being honest with myself and our viewers. Uh,
I'm sure everybody has had those moments, so including
yeah,
me.
yeah. Well, I mean, now it's like, you're never gonna catch me with my pants down like that again. It's like, oh my God, like I don't know anything. There's so much to this. Um, so Dart Arts is gonna be coming up again this year. Are you going to be attending?
I'm gonna
Oh,
try my best. Yep.
okay, all right. That's awesome. I want to see you. I'm sure others do too. You only because you mentioned Juiced and Charlie before. The three of you do have such a similar style, and you could tell that the three of you train with each other because it's like this. It's almost hard to describe, in big words what you guys are doing. And it's like when you come to something like Dart Arts, you're bringing that Charlie and Juiced energy with you, along with your own energy. So I like how maybe it's woo woo and metaphysical, but you're kind of bringing in this energy from these other artists who can't make it. I get it; they're in Europe. Uh, you're kind of bringing that energy in with you. So
I
for
mean, it makes sense because, you know, I try to pick up as much as I can from people that I either look up to or collab with, or just anyone in general. Like, even if somebody's been rope darting for 6 months or whatever, I find like, holy, you did something I've never done before. I need to try that, you know? So my style is pretty much a culmination of everybody that has ever inspired me. So that really does make sense. I mean, logically, not necessarily even metaphysically. I mean, I could be just doing something. I'm sure that, you'll see influence from so many different artists from the community, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, no, it's true. And again, that's where you and I were similar in that sense, in that I watch other dartists and I just try to take in what they're doing, expand my mind on things. A lot of times, what I'll do, another trick I'll do, it's not a trick, it's just a technique I use for getting better at rope dart, is I'll watch other videos, other dartists, guys like you or anybody, and I think that you're going to do something and then you do something else. But I'm like, well, wait a minute. Well, now what does that trick look like with what I thought they were going to do with it? So, and a lot,
Ooh,
yeah. So that's a real good way to start. It's kind of like they watching other dartists is them opening up the door to their house. They're like, come on in, like you can come in. And then you go in, and once you're there, all the different rooms are the different variations that you can do, and you want to just go and enjoy each and every room.
I'll feel that. I'll feel that.
Heck yeah, man. Uh, do you have, because we all do, so I'm just curious, do you have any pet peeves when it comes to the rope dart? Oh,
Oh, you had to ask me that. Oh, because oh, I actually do. Mm, mm. One of my biggest pet peeves is lines.
wait, did you say lying?
No, lines. Lines.
Oh, what do you
Like,
mean?
just so whenever, I'm darting, I'm like dead set on just my lines, and lines have always helped me with my rope dart. It's like my base of everything
Oh,
that I do in rope dart. So whenever I see people trying, now, not trying, if trying is fine, trying, that they're trying to figure things
I know
out,
what you mean.
but
I know what you mean. You're not being mean. I understand what you're saying. Keep going.
whenever somebody is, there's a different energy behind trying versus, hey, look at me, and then you just see sloppy lines.
Yeah.
That that for me is a pet peeve of mine. But at the same time, I get it. Rope dart to me is that, but to that other person could be something completely different, and that's okay. If that's what makes them happy, that's fine. But to me, that's not how I prefer to rope dart.
Yeah, no, not at all. So my thing, look, I agree with you. I'll just say it. And it's like, instead of putting all this time and energy into this video production, why don't you learn how to rope dart? Like, just shift what you're doing with that time, learn how to rope dart, and then you don't need any kind of crazy production value. You can just flip a camera on and it's amazing. And I'm not, there's nothing wrong with good
There's
production.
nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I feel that so hard.
you know? So well, I had a conversation with a guy one time, and just to make up, this is pretty much piggybacking off of what you just said. He sent me a video of him doing a sunrise. Now, like you, Will, I am a stickler when it comes to lines. And he sent me this sunrise video, and and I can't, it's like, if you're not stepping on a line, just like that's what you should be doing with a sunrise. Don't post those videos unless you're stepping on a line. Just saying. Or post them, whatever. My point is that he sent me this video and said, "Hey, look at this." And I said, "Well, respectfully, you should be trying to be pivoting and stepping on a line, on a straight line." And his response was, "Well, practice makes perfect." And my response to that is, to everybody listening, no, it does not. Only perfect practice makes perfect. Because if you practice something the wrong way, you're just getting good at doing it incorrectly.
Practicing bad habits.
You're practicing bad habits.
You're repeating something, an action that your brain, so from body to brain, if you keep doing something
Yeah,
repetition breeds reflex, reflex becomes a habit.
yeah,
So if somebody is practicing something the wrong way,
yeah.
that's going to become that person's normal.
Thank you.
That makes a lot of sense.
So here's my point. Nothing wrong with doing a sunrise improperly. Nothing wrong with posting that video. Nothing wrong with feeling good about yourself. If someone is giving you feedback that you asked for and your response is practice makes perfect, just know that no, it isn't. That's it.
I
So,
feel that. I mean, I feel what you're throwing down. I feel what you're throwing down. I guess for me, like, uh, I've had moments like that where people reach out and they're like, "Hey, check this out." And I feel like a lot of people just want some validation, even though I know that it could be harmful not to say anything in the long run. I still personally, me, I'm the kind of person that will refrain from saying like, "Hey, unless I have an open, relationship with the person."
yeah, yeah.
But I have a more of an aversion of just kind of being like, "Hey, those lines could use improvement," you know.
But if we're talking about validation, it's like, well, what are you trying to get validation on? Improper technique? It's like, this is not what it looks like. That you're just beginning and that you're learning, and there's nothing wrong with learning. But
Hmm.
why all the hoopla? Why all the pomp and circumstance? Why are you asking for feedback and then basically saying no? It's like, well,
Yeah, in that specific situation,
yeah,
yeah, that
yeah,
would have kind of put me off.
yeah. Yeah. But my point is that it's not such a, like, yes, that was a specific thing that happened, but I think a lot of times generally folks will say practice makes perfect as an excuse for doing something incorrectly. And all I'm saying is it's okay to, you know,
It was almost
uh,
like the person was blowing it off.
right, right. So here's a question for you actually. So I would say, do you think that a part of like you're excellent at rope dart. Do you think a part of you is so great at rope dart because there's a part of you that thinks you're not good at rope dart? or that you haven't achieved a certain level yet?
I have the viewpoint, the perspective of there's always something more because I feel like I almost put this as a reflex over the years of forcing myself to not tell me like, hey, you've reached a certain point. Because I feel like if I do that, if you reach a top, like if I climb Mount Everest, there ain't nowhere else to go. And I think the biggest thing that I feel like I love about rope dart is the dopamine rush I get whenever I land something on camera that I've been working on and it looks amazing. I'll watch that over and over and over again just to look at it. I mean, that's like that's my favorite part of it. So like, what was I kind of got lost in that? What was the original question?
We were, give me a second. Well, we were what pet peeves, and then we kind of both we went into practice making perfect, but not really. Um,
I went on a tangent and I lost it.
that's okay. It happens sometimes, right?
It was
Well,
what was now I forgot what I was even saying now.
well, you know what? So let's talk about some. Let's shift gears, and it'll probably come back. If it's gonna come
Maybe
back, it'll come back from the
it's
show.
important enough.
Yeah. Well, it probably was. Um, you are like me in the sense that you're not really into dark battles.
Yeah, it's
It's fun,
I've
but I don't look forward to it.
I don't look forward to it because I just don't like hurting people.
Yeah.
And it's not because I think I'm great. It doesn't mean that like, oh, I think I'm gonna whoop butt or whatever. But it's like it stems from my sparring years back in my martial arts days. Um, I for a while there I was pretty good, and there was a situation that really I hurt somebody pretty bad, and without going into too much detail, it put a different perspective on sparring on because I started back then I looked at it as a game. I looked at it as okay, I almost like dehumanized who I was sparring. And I realized that there's another human being. So then from there on out, anytime that I actually made contact, I got this weird sensation, like this weird thing down my spine that just makes me go like, hey, this is not right. So with battle darts, I'm like, what if I know the rules are saying that you can't hit in the face? What if I accidentally go a little bit too high and it goes right in somebody's face and it makes somebody's nose bleed? I would feel horrible, you know? So, I
True.
mean, so I that's where it stems from. I don't really like just like I like the game of it. Like I'll spar if we're just like tagging each other, having a good time,
Right,
playing a
right.
game of tag.
Sure.
But
Or doing like
if
cheese
it's
out,
yeah, but
things
then
like
in those dart battles, people are actually going for that belt. People are going to be trying. If someone's going to try after me, I'm going to be like, okay, I'll have to match that energy.
yeah.
And I mean, there was a couple of times where I was battling Errol, and there was one time in particular where I noticed that I went too high, and I yanked it back, and I was like, oh my god, I nearly hit you. My bad. Like,
Yeah, I don't worry too much about hurting somebody just because we use the silk darts and it's like you're not really gonna hurt anybody. Like the most it would feel like is like a slap, I would think, but maybe it could hurt. Maybe, like a hard slap doesn't feel
I've
good.
gotten hit in the face by little Bruce, which he is a beast. Shout out to Bruce.
Dude, Bruce is the beast. He won the belt last year, right? I mean, I think
Yes,
2 years in a row he's the champ. Something.
and he nailed me smack dab right in the face, and I mean it was hard to how his shot, the one he goes right under the arm, bow right forward, and I mean it stung a little bit, but I mean it wasn't that bad. So I mean, yeah, I get that idea, but it's just I guess I have some traumas I got to work over.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just, you know, it is with rope dart. I love, obviously, I love tech. I love Talu, like routine, wushu routine, and I love accuracy, like hitting a target. Those are like my favorite things to do with a rope dart. Dart battles is fun, but it's just not my favorite thing to do with a rope dart. You know, I don't know how to say
Yeah.
that. So, where do you see the rope dart going? What does the future of rope dart look like to you?
Mm, lots of techie techs. I I'd open up my Facebook algorithm and I'll scroll and I'll see a bunch of awesome videos from other dartists that are way better than me, and I'm just saying, okay, I need to learn that. Please teach me that. I see that happening. I see just the community blowing up, and rope dart just, amongst everybody. It's going to share. People are going to share more. People are going to learn more, pick up tech. People are going to progress and just get better and better, you know.
No, you're about expansion. That's one of my favorite words in the entire world is expansion. So you know, as it applies to the rope dart, so that's amazing. Um, what kind of a message do you have for rope artists? If you could, I'm sure you have a lot. You said a lot already, and I'm sure you could probably go on for a while. But if you had to package it up kind of neatly, somebody's new to rope dart, or somebody's been rope darting for few years and might be struggling, whatever it is, what kind of a message do you have for the rope dart
Well,
community?
my message is rope dart is easy. To sum it up in 3 words, but to explain, I think, including me, back whenever I'd mentioned very close to the beginning about meeting my buddy John and him, showing me some things, I was overwhelmed. I saw this long thing on a rope, and it was so hard to manage all this rope, and and also the fear of it coming back and hitting me just kind of had put it off to the side and kind of eventually forgot about it. Um, so, and then also talking with a lot of dartists, or just people, just meeting people who are wanting to try it for the first time, um, noticing that that's what's happening, that's what's keeping people from doing something, such as the attitude of looking at a trick that somebody does, and instead of saying, hey, I'll eventually be able to do that, versus I'll never be able to do that. So I think that that's one of the biggest thing that is kind of keeping, rope dart at where it's at, is that the attitude hasn't shifted from expansion, from where it is now, to the expansion side. I don't think enough people is trying to there's a plenty of people that are, but I think that there should be more people that is doing that, and I think the biggest reason is that 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 attitude is there, or there's also a side where it's more about the presentation versus the skill itself. We touched on that. So I think once the community can rise above those two things, I think that rope dart can be where I see it, at least. So that's my message: is try, if you see something that you think is cool, then try your damnedest to do it. And if you want to really, if you see it from me, reach out to me and I'll try my damnedest to teach you.
There you go. That's awesome. I'm gonna start bothering you now. I'm gonna be up in your DMs.
I wouldn't mind at all.
So last question I want to ask you is if you could train with any one roped artist for one weekend, say Friday, Saturday, Sunday, who would that roped artist be and what would your reason for training with them be? So anybody across the globe, alive, whatever, who would that rope
There's
artist be?
too many,
No, I know, and that's what makes the question hard. You can only say one.
but one really does stand out. Her name is Brinicus.
Ooh,
She is one person that I see that rope darts, and I see like crazy tech, I see crazy control, I see clean lines, I see everything that I want to see somebody do rope dart do. Like,
yeah,
and so I feel like whenever, if I ever get to meet and just session, I feel like my brain will implode from all the crazy tech that would come out of those sessions.
heck yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's my, like, I guess my top. But there's some other people's on that list too. I
For
mean,
sure.
there's
No, no,
Juice.
no, no, no,
There.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
La, 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 la. Anyway, Bryn is a great answer. She is actually one of three people that changed the way I rope dart, like in my rope dart DNA. So I'm influenced by a lot of folks, but my style was changed by her. So
Oh
she
wow.
will be,
Okay.
listen, if you need a little extra push over the fence to go to dart arts, she will be there and will be teaching. So you'll be in a unique situation that you can meet. I ask this question to everybody, and so far, I don't think there's ever been an opportunity for somebody to meet the person they said, but this is an actual opportunity. You can meet the person you named. That's
Oh my God.
You got to come now.
That's
That's it.
gonna be
Done.
sick.
Listen, you and Bryn is like the most brain melting thing I could even think of. Please. It's actually, listen, if you don't come to Dart Arts, it's a disservice to the rope dart community everywhere. And
Oh,
I
I
mean,
must go now. I have to come now.
done. Love it.
Oh my God. I haven't been keeping up with like who's attending, who's teaching, or what have you
Well,
at
let me
Dart
tell
Arts.
you,
So
the teachers are phenomenal, and I think attendance. So we don't, Dart Arts is a free event, so without ticket sales, it's actually really hard to figure how many folks are coming. Although it seems like a lot of dartists are coming this year. We have an entire
okay.
Portland crew. Oregon is coming out. Apparently, I was talking to a dartist out on the West Coast last night. He said, "Dude, there's like an entire group chat we got going on. There's so many West Coast guys coming out." I think there's going to be a lot of dartists this year at Dart Arts. I think it's going to be huge. It's definitely going to be the biggest year for sure.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And you're a part of it. Yeah, you're a part of it, a huge part of it. So cool. Now I can bond you and learn from you. It's selfish. So it's all selfish. That's why we throw this, so we can learn from you guys. Any last things you want to say, or something we didn't discuss that you wanted to, or give a shout out or a mention to?
I love everybody. I love everybody that inspires me. I want to. I don't know. I just want to see some crazy tech. Please, just some post some crazy weird tech. I want to learn some new stuff.
Heck yeah. And imagine if you could be somebody, if you could influence Will, that's one heck of a notch in the old bedpost. So
Every, there's people that don't even realize that they've influenced me. I'm
yeah,
sure. I mean,
right. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. So just so everyone out there, just if you're a dartist and you're watching, look, the likelihood that you have influenced somebody somehow with a rope dart is probably like 100%. So just keep doing what you're doing. You have it in you. The rope dart world needs you because you are going to bring something that Will doesn't bring, something I don't bring, something nobody brings. It's only you can bring it. So go just find a weight and tie a freaking rope to it. It's so easy. Like, come on,
Yes. Just
go do
try
it.
it. Just keep posting videos. No, don't be like, hey, no one's gonna want to see my stuff. Just keep posting. I might stumble upon it and I might be like, hey, or somebody else. You could be inspiring the next big rope artist, or that person could be you. You just don't know it yet.
It's true. Let me tell you something. Inspiration is a two-way street. So everyone that you're inspiring, they're probably inspiring you as well. So
Oh
just keep that
God.
going.
Yeah.
All
Oh
right.
yeah.
Well, Will, it was an absolute pleasure, as I knew it would be. I'm so looking forward to seeing you at Dart Arts this year. It's, I learned the chi lifts from you last year. You took your time, just real quick, because I know both have to go, but you took your time because I'm such a noob when it comes to learning anything new. I'm like, bah. And Will took his time for I don't remember how long, and really he gave me a starting point first and foremost. A consistent place to be like, look, just start from here and now here and here. All right, go back. His patience, his ability to troubleshoot, his knowledge. Look, I've been rope darting for 20 freaking years, and let me tell you, this man absolutely he taught me so well.
Mm-hmm.
Hit him up, learn from this guy, come to Dart Arts, learn from him and a lot of great instructors. You will be amazed. Dart Arts is the ultimate rope dart weekend because guys like Will are coming.
No, I feel loved.
Awesome. Well, much love to you all. Peace, love, dart life.
See y'all.